Hey everyone, how's it going? It's HSBB2 here with the second episode of the HSBB2 podcast. I'm super happy we've managed to make it this far. Oh, crap, I forgot to. Okay, so for those that are the audio listeners on Spotify, I typically stream my my podcasts, but I forgot to rename this one. The HSBB2 Podcast, Episode 2, name still pending. uh, all right, done. Perfect. Alrighty. So I hope everyone's doing all right. Yeah, it's been a hot second since I've done a podcast. 2 weeks now. So the reason for that was I was planning on doing it last week, but to create an RSS feed and make sure that I can get my podcast on Spotify, I have to do kind of the podcast bi-weekly because I have a limited amount of hours of audio that I can upload to my RSS so that that can go to Spotify because I want to be fair in terms of like how much time or like how many podcasts there are so that the audio listeners can get like the same amount of podcasts or can listen to the same amount of podcasts as anyone else, that they don't have to go to like YouTube or even my Twitch to kind of listen to a podcast. So with that though, like the podcast will be about like 45 minutes each. I have I think about 2 hours of audio time that I can upload per month. And to get more than that, I have to pay like 12, 15 bucks a month. And since I'm not getting any income from this, I don't want to put a bunch of money in that I don't have to make back yet. So if I was to make money somehow off of this or even off of YouTube at some point, then I would be able to buy that subscription to upgrade my RSS, and that was like the cheapest I could find. I couldn't find any like free ones that gave me more than like the 2 hours. So I'm working with the best RSS feed website that I could find. So I'm sorry about that. I would like to do more podcasts, obviously, but at the moment I can't. So when it does come time though, that I am able to make some income, or even like when I get another job, if I'm making, enough money and this is going really well for me, then I will start putting the money forward. But right now, I don't have any income because of school, so that's at this point not going to happen. So my week, it's been a pretty wild week so far, or 2 weeks I guess since that I've streamed last. I streamed yesterday with my CA from my dorm residential days, and then some other friends. We played Fall Guys and some SCP Secret Laboratory, which is always fun when you're not getting disconnected from the game every 2 seconds. Thanks SCP, by the way. But yeah, it was a really fun time. We had a lot of fun. I haven't played video games with him since early junior year of college. So it's been over about a year. We've tried to play several times, but it's been bad for both of us. So I'm glad that we have gotten the chance to be able to play video games with each other again. It's been awesome. It's been a really fun time. Okay, so like another thing I want to get into is kind of like my profile art, I guess, and my current plans for that as well. So, like I said I'm pretty sure I said this last podcast, is that my channel art is super old. It's from, I'm not lying to you, my middle school days. So, like when I was 13. So, I've had this profile picture for 8 years now, just about, and I need to change that. So, that's in the works right now. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can do it myself because I don't want to pay someone. Like I said, I don't have any income, so I need to like figure out a way to do this myself. And I'm having my little sister kind of help me out and show me what would probably be best for me to buy. So hopefully she can help me out with that and I can get to work on updating this channel art. All it is going to be is just going to be an updated kind of like digital drawing of like my current profile picture without all the words and like HSBB2 not freaking text. like an actual like I don't know. I want it to look good, so I'm trying to make it look good somehow, which that's a thing in itself. So, and then I think with that as well, I might make some background channel art because I don't really have that. So I feel like I should get that at some point. And I also need to make a Twitch channel kind of what's it called, trailer, because I see every big streamer has one of those and I don't have one of those. So it's probably a good idea that I make one of those. Yeah, that's a lot of work I have ahead of me, and also mixed with schoolwork, so it might be a while before that happens, just to kind of inform everyone, just so that like I'm not harassed for how long I'm taking with that kind of stuff. If people are like, "Oh, what is she at?" Like, there's a reason. I'm a senior in engineering. War and life is hell. So please do not at me on any of that stuff. So what else has happened to me? Oh yeah, this is another thing I wanted to talk about was I think I mentioned this last podcast as well, was me wanting to do kind of like a watch along on Twitch, which I personally think would be fun for all 1 to 2 people that watch my streams. But I want to do that. I think that could be a really fun time. So I want to at some point do that and just kind of have fun watching stuff with people, whether it be I know because right now The Mandalorian is being talked about coming out again on October 30th, 2020. So I might want to do a number like watch a couple episodes of the show, if not all of the show, on Twitch as a watch along thing. And that's something that won't be uploaded to YouTube just due to copyright issues. And that'll probably get taken down from Twitch immediately by me, more more or less, right after the stream ends, because that's something that I don't want Twitch getting on my case about. Like, it's that I'm just trying to use Twitch in this case as a platform just to kind of have fun, not to go to jail. or be or have a large sum of money have to be paid by me. So we're gonna try to do that. I'm still debating. I don't know if I want to do the Mandalorian yet. I probably will do the Mandalorian like right before the show season 2 comes out. I don't think I'll do season 2. I think I'll just I actually if I do season 1, I might do season 2, just because of, I guess, consistency, but I'd prefer to watch season 2. It'll probably be when I watch it the second time. Maybe after it's all out, or maybe I will do it like every Friday or Saturday. I'll watch it and stuff with on stream after I've like seen. I want to watch it for the first time, either by myself with my family or friend, my roommate in this case, and then I would stream it. But otherwise, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do for that. I'm thinking tomorrow, Sunday, September 6th, I had to think for a second, 2020, I might do a watch along of a secret show that I want to watch with everyone. So if everyone wants to stop by then, that listens to this podcast or watches me on my Twitch channel, or I guess on YouTube too, then I will 100% like do that. Wait, what? Okay, I don't think my train of thought there was very good. I think I kind of forgot about what I was saying halfway through. I, you all get what I mean, hopefully. So, yeah. I realized after last stream too, I got harassed because my parents. I told my aunt about the podcast, and then she told my parents, and my mom just harassed me with "so yeah, so yeah, so yeah," because I was saying that after every point I made in the podcast, and I'm trying to fix that. If you can't tell, I want to become more fluid with my speaking, which I think this podcast really helps me, as well as all my schoolwork too, because I have a project management class right now, so I have to speak a lot, public speak a lot. So I want to that's something I want to get good at and be able to fluidly speak. Stuttering, it's a thing. That's not a concern to me. It's more of like that the uhs and the kind of repeating of words constantly. I know that's like a very common thing in speaking, according to my speech class. So like I kind of want to break the mold from that. I don't think the uhs and ums will ever go away. I think that's too common at this point for me to do, and for a lot of people to do that. I don't think that's gonna stop. So don't really expect that to happen for me. So something I really wanted to talk about that I thought was really funny was about 3 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks? No, it was about a month ago. I ordered a really cool blanket of an album cover of The Folds Shintaro Dungeon Whip album cover on a 60-inch by 80-inch fleece blanket. So massive blanket. Like it's really big, and I got it in the mail about 2 week and a half ago. Um, and I opened it and I was like, wow, this is so exciting. If you don't know what the Shintaro Dungeon Whip album cover looks like, I'd suggest you look it up because that plays a key role in what I was expecting to look like, or for my blanket to look like. And I opened the package and I'm super excited because like this was about $60 in total for this blanket. So I was super excited to get it. Like that would be my living space blanket for myself. That's what I wanted to use as that. And I open up the package and it was not what I was expecting. So I got the blanket. It wasn't blanket. It wasn't like some other object that they sent. What? So uh, I opened up the blanket and I was like, huh, this this blanket's very white, and the album cover does not have a lot of white on it. The words are white, and that's about it. And they don't take up a lot of, they shouldn't take up a lot of space on the blanket. So my roommate's sitting on the couch watching me open this and I go, "What the hell?" And I like take out the blanket and like I flip it out so I could see the whole thing and it's the image didn't load, so it had a big red box with an X in it and pixelated text that said linked image not found. So I got a to be fair, I wasn't pissed off. I was kind of pissed off. I was pissed off that the company screwed up and but I honestly think it's funny as hell that I got a blanket that says linked image not found. I use it. I use it constantly. I still haven't gotten the new blanket yet. Like I didn't text them. I emailed them because I had gotten in contact with the band itself that makes the that runs their store. It's their yeah, and they're like, "We'll take care of it for you." And they did for the most part. They're like, "You kind of have to take it from there." And I did. There were and I emailed support and everything, and they said, "That's awesome. That thank you for being like so cool about it." Both the band and the company themselves said that. The band had never had an issue with them before, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll get this taken care of." A week and a half later, I go, "So any update on that blanket at all?" And they go, "Oh, you still not the band, the company." I'm emailing support, and I'm like, "I any update on the blanket?" And they go, "Oh, would you like us to send you a replacement copy?" And I was like, "Well, yes, I would. I spent about $60 on a product that I did not properly get. So yes, I would. I would like that blanket back. Thank you." And they're like, "Okay, we'll send it to you." And I'm like, "You're damn right you're gonna send it to me." And then they're like, "Yeah, it'll be here in 2 weeks." It's like, what the heck? Are you kidding me? You guys couldn't do like express shipping because like you screwed me over or something? Whatever. As long as the blanket is as intended, the product is as intended, I think I will be happy. Because I'm not blaming the band for this. The band didn't do jack. And I feel like they thought when I was DMing them on Twitter over it that like I thought it was them. I was like, no, it was a machine's error. I totally understand that. And in hindsight, there's so many like I told them this too. I was like, there's so many other things in this world that I could get upset about. I'm not gonna baby rage over a blanket because I know like the company will take care of it and everything will eventually work out. Because that's typically how this stuff kind of goes. So in the long run, it's working out so far. Uh, Hopefully that blanket that I get is good. I'll keep you guys updated on it. I think by the time I get it, it should be the next podcast time. So I'll make sure to tell you guys whether or not the blanket that I ordered was what I got, was what I wanted, and what was as intended. So that was a fiasco in itself that I had to deal with, and my roommate was like, "Oh my god," and my family was like, "You got to keep the blanket." I'm like, "I'm keeping the blanket. They can ask for it back all they want. I'm keeping the blanket. They didn't ask for it back." So I was like, "Sweet. I'm gonna put the bad blanket and the good blanket both on my recliner, just so that's kind of like I guess a conversation starter when people come over. Like that'd be really cool to talk about." Just the situation, because I was like, yeah, maybe this happened to like other people too that order it, and they're like, no, it was a one-time thing, thank goodness. And I was like, of course, the one-time thing was with me, but hey, maybe that was a good thing because I'm a pretty chill person. I like to think it's hard to get me upset or even worse, mad. So I think it was a good thing because I was not like I wasn't fuming over it. I was like, please just like if you guys could help fix your mistake, that would be awesome. And they were like, yeah, sure thing. Thanks for being pretty chill about this. I was like, yeah, you're welcome. uh, so yes, I've been listening to a lot of music lately. So that's why I kind of like got their album cover because I was like, this is like my favorite song at the moment is the Shintaro Dungeon Whip. It's pretty freaking good. I think they've made 10 Weekend Whips. This is their 10th version, and the 10th is the best. I won't lie. It's the best. I'm super happy with how it sounds, and like they just released like just today actually at 10 a.m. They're like, here's what it almost sounded like, and it was really not as good as what they put out. So I'm happy they decided to change it and put out like a better version of the song. Like they didn't post like a whole new song. They're just like here's like a clip it like what we would have used for like the intro of the show that they used the music in. And I was like, yeah, that's it's good, but it's really not as good. Like I much prefer what came out. And like other music I've been listening to is I've been listening to a lot of the Avatar The Last Airbender music because I just completed that show for the first time just the other day. It took a bit for me to get into. I'm not going to lie. The first few episodes were pretty slow. Season 1 in general was pretty slow. I just kind of had to get through it. The ending was really good of season 1. But the show itself, whoo, that was definitely one of the best shows I've ever seen. And now that I've seen the whole show, I haven't seen the live action movie since I was like 10, and like that like right when it came out. So and I loved it when it came out. So I want to watch it now as an adult who's actually seen the show and just see how much my opinion has changed on that movie. Just from what I've seen, it looks really bad, but we'll see. Maybe it's not as bad. Iroh doesn't seem as cool as he did in the show. Or as fat for that matter. He seems they got a pretty fit guy to play him, which kind of upsets me. I'm not gonna lie. I like pudgy Uncle Iroh. Iroh's probably my favorite character in that show, with Zuko being the next best character. Not season 1 Zuko, but season 2 and 3 Zuko. Pretty solid. I think they got the character down after that point. Yeah. Uh what other stuff have I been watching? Oh, I just completed Half-Life VR, but the AI is self-aware by Wayne Radio TV today. I binged all I think it's like 5 hours or something in total, maybe more. And I binged the entire thing. It was hilarious. If you haven't watched it, I totally recommend it. Wayne Radio TV on YouTube. It's one of the funniest shit I've ever seen. It's great. I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna watch the commentary, like the cast do the commentary over it, because they have that for like acts 1 and 2. There's 4 acts, and I absolutely loved that. Like the story was great. I loved the characters, Dr. Coomer, and I think Tommy was my favorite by far. So I recommend it. I highly recommend it. It it was super good. It was very satisfying, the ending of it, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope he does a sequel to it at some point. Like, he put a lot of work into this one. It was like, you could tell it was really good. Like, I've never played Half-Life either, which I really heavily debated last night, playing Half-Life or Half-Life 2, because I've never played any of the Half-Lives. I haven't played Half-Life Alex. I want to, but I don't have VR, and that's VR only. So I would need to get a VR headset, and that's money I don't have. How much is an Oculus Rift or something like that? $400. Yeah, I think $300. It's not available though. Oh, what about this? Oculus Rift S? Take me to it. Okay, that's $400. Yeah, that's a lot of money. And I know for a fact it's not just the headset and stuff too. There's like a bunch of cameras and stuff to, like, I think at least that's, to my knowledge, when VR first came out, I don't know how much has changed, but just like the whole aspect of, like, you kind of have to set up cameras so that it can actually track you and, like, track your wall space and everything, so, like, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's changed and now it's just become the headset and the, like, little controllers in your hands. That'd be great if it did. I feel like that'd be a super large advance in the VR world if you didn't need those bullcrap cameras all around you at all times. So if that's the case, I'll definitely get it, but I don't even know if I have the space. But maybe that's something to look into getting. I'm thinking of getting a new PC, just because I've had this PC for 5 years now. I've never changed out any of the parts, and if I want to change out, the only thing that I can change out without having to get a whole new PC entirely is the graphics card. Like, if I my motherboard has a broken thing, so the graphics card is kind of just hanging there for the most part. So if I wanted to get a new motherboard, I'd have to get a new processor, new RAM, uh, possibly a new hard drive too. I'd have to get a lot of new stuff, and that's a lot of money. So that probably won't happen though till I actually get a job or something. I think that's a good idea, is just ask for PC parts then. I don't know. I think I'd get a new case. I think I'd keep this. I'd probably give this gaming PC to my sister, to be honest. I think she'd really like that. Uh, Hopefully, probably not, but I'd give it to her anyway. Because I want it's not running like it used to. It's starting to slow down a bit. Like, starting up my PC takes a hot few minutes, and it used to not, obviously not do that. It used to, like, load up immediately. So I think it's time I get a new computer. I think it's time. Speaking of video games, what was just announced recently was the Super Mario 35th anniversary video game collection. I think the game is actually called Super Mario 3D All Stars, which is Nintendo porting some of their older games to the Switch, uh, such as I think only three. I think it's the three on the cover. It's Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, and those are all being ported towards the Switch. And I'm definitely getting that because they're like it's a limited run thing. So I need to. I've talked about it for a while. I was like, maybe I can run into like Target or something and grab it. And I was like, what are the odds that I actually get my hands on it while doing that? I'm projecting pretty slim. So I think I should be smart and just pre-order it and then just wait patiently after it comes out to get my copy of it. I think that's the smartest play for the most part is that because I've never played any of those games. I've seen Super Mario 64, not completely. I've seen pretty much all of Super Mario Galaxy, and I've seen pretty much none of Super Mario Sunshine. So I'm going into at least Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine pretty much blind for like the most part. Super Mario Galaxy though, it's like I've seen it, I get it. I'm really interested to know since that came out for the Wii, like how that's gonna work. Like that has gotta have been hard to like code and stuff into the game and like adjusting it for the Switch because you don't have those motion controls like the Wii had, obviously. Other than with the actually, are they gonna make us use the joysticks? I would actually kind of hate that. I'd prefer to just use my GameCube controller, if I'm to be honest. So hopefully they don't like they didn't have to do too much for that, but like I know they're also bringing Super Mario Wii U. I think that's it. They're bringing like 11 versions of the older games and putting it to the Switch, which I'm super excited for, and I'm definitely going to try to get my hands on all of them when the time comes. Because I know some of them don't come out till like later next year and such. Also, I am so excited. I think my most hyped game right now at the moment is Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. They released a trailer for that recently, and it looks fantastic. Like I'm so excited to play like the entire game. And it's rumored because like in the trailer it's like there's people the characters are talking and everything, and people are like, I don't want the characters to talk in my Star Wars games. And like it's rumored that there's going to be an option that you can turn it to like the grunts, which I don't care. I'm gonna keep it as the characters talking because I think they're getting like the Clone Wars characters to like play all their Lego counterparts, and I love the Clone Wars, so I'm I'm excited. I gotta pre-order that game too at some point because that looks really fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing that. Yeah, so that's kind of my plan for like video games. Is like more recently, like I want to play Half-Life. I think. Uh, I don't know whether to start with Half-Life or Half-Life 2. I'll probably start with Half-Life and then just play through that and then go to Half-Life 2. Hopefully it's oh excuse me, jeez Louise. Hopefully it's as fun as everyone says it is. Hopefully I can get through it cuz I'm very picky with my video games. I don't play a lot of them anymore like I used to. Uh I know Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I'm going to get that mainly for the campaign at the moment because I'm excited to see like Woods, Hudson, and Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, my favorite video game character. Yay! But that's gonna be super exciting when that comes out too. I'm definitely picking that up. Maybe not day one. It might be a bit. We'll see. My mindset might change, but at the moment, It's not a day one buy. Not a day one buy. Lego Star Wars, probably a day one story for Hunter, at least. Day one story, day one buy. I don't know why I said story. But anyways, yeah, that's something I'm gonna get day one. And so is the same with the Super Mario thing, especially if that's a limited run. I want to get my hands on a copy of that because that's gonna be super fun. I don't know if they'll do digital. I prefer a physical copy of it if I'm to be quite honest, and then just kind of keep that like with my other Switch games. I think that'd be cool. I think that's gonna be a pretty sweet piece of video game stuff to have, and I think that's definitely gonna be worth a lot in the future since it's 3 games in one. Yeah, so that's what I'm picking up. That's what I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna get Super Mario as soon as that comes out, Lego Star Wars as soon as that comes out, and then maybe the new Call of Duty as soon as that comes out. We'll see kind of the mood I'm in and whether or not I really want to get that. But I think that's where I'm gonna end the podcast for the most part. I don't have a lot more to talk about. I thought a lot would happen in 2 weeks. Not a lot has happened. Oh well, I think I have one more thing. I kind of have I had a COVID scare. That was pretty cool. Where my roommate's girlfriend. What I was originally told was my roommate's girlfriend's roommate had COVID, and then what I was actually told, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, ugh, I'm not too afraid of me getting it, but it was like I was like, fuck. I was in class when he told me too, and I was like, oh god, do I want to like I gotta get it. I left my class. I was like, if that's the case, if there's any like kind of thing of me showing that I'm going to get COVID, I'm not going to class. But then I was told the actual truth, which was my friends, my roommates, girlfriend's friend's roommate had COVID. So I was like, my roommate's getting it like fourth hand, and I'm getting it like fifth hand. So I was like, the chances of us having it is super slim. And it's been about 2 weeks now. I haven't really quarantined myself. I've been still going to like some of my classes. I haven't been going to all. I've been going to the ones I have to go to that I like I have to. And I've been fine. Like I've had headaches and stuff. I haven't had a fever yet, which is good. I just get headaches and stuff, which is normal for me. But that's also kind of giving me like even that normal stuff because I'm like I don't know. It could be COVID. I don't think it is, but I'm not too afraid of us getting it. Now that like the truth was laid out, I was like, yeah, we're not getting it because she's quarantining from her friend, my roommate's girlfriend. So that's the big thing. She's like, yeah, I'm not hanging out with her for like 2-3 weeks, and we're like, that's a pretty safe bet. But that was probably the biggest thing that's happened to me was that freaking COVID scare. Because I was like, oh my god, it's gonna screw up all my classes because not all of them are online. And the COVID case number on my campus is at 20%, and they won't put it online. Like, and in the country right now, per capita in the last couple weeks, Ames, Iowa is the number one COVID producer. Like about 9 out of 1,000 people have COVID, which that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 0.9%. Like, holy fuck. It's almost at 1% of like the population is like getting it, which like the president was like, it's not a big deal. Only 20% have it. We're still gonna do that. And then they were like, yeah, when football comes, we're still having the 25,000 people come into the auditorium because we need money. And it's like, just cancel it. Like you've already got our tuition. Like that should be good enough if you just cut some of that stuff for a bit, because then you don't have to pay for all that stuff. At least that's my mind. Like you don't have to pay for all that stuff. I don't know. I didn't really want to talk about COVID. I kind of backed myself into a corner here talking about COVID. It's just been hell on this. college campus for a bit. I kind of hope they get their stuff together soon and just cancel classes. I don't like talking about it really. I don't like talking about it with other people because other people have, I don't know, larger opinions about it than I do. And I don't know. I think some of them are really stupid opinions, especially when I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. But yeah, that's what's kind of been going on campus. I hope the president kind of like gets her shit together, and they said they have no plans on going online, which I think is stupid, especially if the cases start rising more. I think they need to go online. I That's like the smartest thing they could do. And like it's already hell on earth to try to like balance online and face to face right now. Like I've had to skip a bunch of my classes just so I can get to those face to face ones because honestly those face to face ones are more important to me, but I would like to be able to sit down and just go through all of my classes one by one, but I can't do that because most of my classes are like you have to come to class if you don't have COVID. If you have COVID, that is the only reason you should be sitting at home watching the lectures on like WebEx or Zoom or whatever. And it's like, that's bullcrap. That's honest to God bullcrap. We should be able to watch it from home. You should just be able to do it from home. Like I get you guys are trying to normalize it and everything, but it's honestly hell. I thought it was gonna be great. I did. Like it seemed foolproof, but it's definitely not. It's definitely worse, I think. It's making it harder for me to learn personally. So I hope they change it soon. But well, not to end it off on a depressing note, but I think I'm gonna end it off on a depressing note. So yeah, thank you guys for your support and listening. I appreciate it. I got some pretty good amount of love in these past couple streams as well as the last podcast. So I really do appreciate your guys' support. I do. I know I said that last podcast too. It's true though. I do. So yeah, if you guys want to check me out, if you guys are watching on Twitch or YouTube, there's my YouTube channel is HSBB2 Plays. My Twitter is HSBB2 at HSBB2 Creator. You can check the HSBB2 podcast out on Spotify if you're already listening on there. Hello, which would really surprise me if you were, but hopefully this becomes like a bit at the end of my time streaming where like maybe like streaming starts working out for me and I get a lot of viewers and then we could just all laugh and make fun of Hunter for making fun of himself constantly when he had no one watching him back in the day. That's what I want. That's my dream. So, yeah, thank you all for watching again. If you did enjoy, please, follow the podcast on Spotify and on YouTube, like and subscribe and all that stuff. I'm not gonna make you do anything. You guys do what you want. You guys are your own people. But yeah, I would really like it if you did though. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in another 2 weeks with the next podcast, and hopefully sooner with another stream if classes start to work out for me. That yeah, and everything. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for everything, and yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh God, I'm doing the end yet, and I'll see you guys next podcast. Peace out, everyone.